All right, folks, welcome back to the pain of naval battles. Bear down on them. Says we have an amazing chance to win. I'm gonna fight this out. You guys haven't seen many naval battles this game. My fleet is, as you can see, very balanced. Yes, very balanced. Shit. That's funny. So I never bother with anything but these lethal bolos ships unless I'm Rome. Rome has some really good like assault ships where they can board and really do some damage and be maybe better than some of their artillery ships. I don't believe any other faction in this game has anything that is better. Just the way the game mechanics work, and especially the way that how do I put, the way that naval battles in this game are terrible. Because they are. They're just fucking awful. So I let the game do the work for me here by having my ships do a bunch of auto firing, and I believe I usually go with standard rounds because flammable rounds have an extra damage and bonus versus buildings, but they're reduced accuracy, reload time, and they can't be used in wet weather. It's kind of a real big problem when, well, when your ships can only fire one round at a time. Even if you have a whole fleet, they're aiming at these tiny boats. It's just not gonna go well. And then of course these Penteri ships, they come with well, they're described as Marines. They have 8 melee attack and 10 defense, and actually fairly good armor too, even though their models don't really match that. Sort of. I mean, some of them have like some linothorax. I like how some of them have like tools. That's cool. But yeah, there's just no reason to do anything else. And also, like, you would think this would catch fire with 1 or 2 bolts. No. I say bolts, I mean rounds. They're literally round. So we should be in range quite shortly. I don't know if we'll be able to knock many of these out of the water before they hit us. You certainly can with transports. But I'm not sure. It depends on how many of them even hit. And some of them, as you can see, look at like 3 shots missed there, 4 shots missed there. And that's partially because these guys aren't super experienced. This fleet hasn't participated in too many battles. Let's make sure we're all targeting something. But even if these hit our ships, I don't think they'll do too well. Let's open up information. Yeah, melee attack of 6, melee defense of 6, armor of 30. So these things will get their asses beat by any of my ships that they try to board. They would have to do multi-boardings to actually beat any of my things. But we're going to have a lot of melee here, it looks like. What? So I activated the AI to decide when to use row hard, and they all used row hard 20 immediately, even though there's literally no reason to do so. Good job, game. You're doing God's work. Ooh, that's a good target. I will actually do some manual targeting here. Let's kill the Admiral. That seems wise, don't you think? See if we can get him before he hits us. We haven't knocked... Okay, we knocked 1 ship out of the water. That's good. We might be able to one-shot ram some of these. Some of them are already hurt. Let's have you ram the Admiral. That might take him down. You're not hurt. That sucks. Who among you has seen the dragon? I mean, who among you is hurt? Dragon's Dogma reference? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. It sucks because they decided not to use their ability when they should have. They're not going to actually get a whole lot of damage off. Not as much as they should. This should get a kill. Wham. I do like how the ship got hit before the ship hit it. That's good. Have you hit yet? No. Now you have. So what are we looking at in terms of damage here for a single strike? 77, so almost a kill. I'd like to not deploy all of my ships. That would be ideal. So that some of them can hang back and get shots off, like right here. Because now that I've done this, the ship is basically stuck. I'm going to try to channel you that way. Because if I try to have him ram again, the ship ram again, it's going to go back. I should say her. It is a ship. If I have her try to ram again, logically what you would expect to have happen is you would expect the ship to pull back and ram. It's not going to do that. It's just going to sit there. Or it might, like, separate naturally a little bit and then ram. Because of course it is. I have you targeting that, huh? Yeah, go ahead and keep doing that, I guess. Y'all are going to have a problem there. I don't want my Admiral to get involved in combat at all, ideally. There you go. That's a good one. Ah, that's a hit. It's gonna hurt. Might kill it. Nope, didn't hit at all. Good job. Uh-oh. That sucks. We're doing pretty well. Yeah, that was good. That's bad. Oh, are you being boarded? You might be boarded in a second. You're not hurt though, so if you're not being boarded, move. You're being double boarded. Are you hurt? That should be a kill. 77% damage, as I recall. You stay back and shoot that ship. You two can damage that one. Are you being allowed to get away? 99% damage. Kill that, please. You two. You cycle around, kill those archers. Those are just raiders. They're not actually that dangerous. Huh. That's fine. We've got, like, what, half their fleet already, I think? Actually getting hits there. How dare you? Go ahead and spin around. Ooh. Okay. That's fine. As you can see, our Marines are doing just fine. Did you slow down before ramming him? You did. Sometimes that'll happen too, where the ship will just be like, I don't really feel like it. And you're just like, what the fuck? Do what I told you to do. That has 80% damage. Well, they're about to rout anyway, just because my Marines are destroying them. So, that's fine. Even though their Marines definitely look better equipped for that, which is always funny to me. Shoot that, I guess. You shoot that. That ship's actually like doing the cycle ramming properly. It actually might get a kill there. Because look, it's actually separating and then actually going back and doing a ram again. Which is absolutely what it's supposed to do. Ah, they routed. Oh, they got destroyed. Nice. And they're gone too. Cool. You guys are done. This battle hasn't had too many glitches, strangely enough. Rare as that is. 81. Nope. You're done. So there's the power of the lethal bolo ships. They're pretty damn ridiculous. They're good at what they do. Unlike every ship in the game. It's just the whole naval system is really designed for like Empire and Napoleon, where you're gonna line up broadsides and stuff. And when your ships aren't really making contact with one another, that's great. Like, the system works fine, but when you're trying to plug them into each other and do a lot of boarding, it's not so easy. That was easy. Heroic victory. We lost 89 people, killed 1,300. Yeah. I actually expected that to be a lot more messy than it was, but I will take it. We need this fleet over west anyway. It's been kind of wasted over here because we need their help to take what's it called? Iola, I think. I think it's Iola. Also, my encoder throughout there was like, rah! You can't do that. You know what? I might try switching over my OBS encoder to the CPU encoder for this game, because my CPU is intended. It's like a 16-thread AMD 2500X or something like that. It's intended for multitasking. It's supposed to be good for recording. Uh, the problem is actually... apparently the problem is actually that the game thinks I'm using my whole GPU for this when I'm only using half of it. And that's why... That's part of the reason... Wow, that's a lot of money. That's part of the reason why it's difficult. OBS is being difficult. Because I found out when Warhammer 2 like runs with really high settings, it does the same shit. Or like if Warhammer's running like at 120 frames per second and using my whole GPU, then I'll get those same like encoder issues. I might try the next video with like the CPU encoder, because the game doesn't use my whole CPU either. It only uses like, even maxed out when I'm losing frames, it uses like 50%. It's all just GPU optimization that the game can't use because it's 32-bit. Creative Assembly, are you listening? Remaster the fucking game. It's actually a decent game now. Who needs a champion? You. You really need a champion with all those artillery ships. Ships? What? Those are fucking... Shut up, me. You're stupid. You're drunk. Go home. We'll put a spy in this army. They can move faster with that. If I get her the skills to pay the bills. It's Iol. Okay. Alright, fleet. You've done well. You have supplies for 7 turns. Supplies, motherfucker. Drop off in Carthage. And then we'll probably send... Honestly, we probably just need 1 army. Yeah, we just need 1. I'll probably make it my Syracusan army. Is this a capital? No. No, it's not a provincial capital, so... Yeah, this should be fine. This is a good siege army with their swordsmen, I think. And I kind of want my Lethal Bolos to be participating in more effective stuff. Oh, that's right. I did lose some pikes. An unfortunate number of pikes here. That's okay. That's what this army's for. So let's merge who we need to. We'll merge down. I think we've lost like 2 units-ish. Let's just merge the whole regiment. There we go. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pikes. That's fine. A little low on Hippeus. That's okay. These will all stock from foreigners. And we'll just toss a couple more in there. The 146 is fine, but I'll trade them anyway. 192. 192. Oops, I keep control clicking. Give me this. And 192. There we go. And I'll just leave that the way it is. There we go. And these guys will get trained by the master hero. What's his name? His name's not Arius. I don't know what his name is. Oh, there it is. Ambrosius. Wow, he's a nectar of the gods, I guess. Cool. Alright. I can't really be asked to do a whole lot of management. I did get a comment on one of my videos about my poor management of Thrace. They were very upset. They were very upset that Thrace was not being optimized for money. To which I say, yeah, you're probably right. I'm sure I could. They're all, you know, the provincial bonuses and shit, and I could definitely be getting more cash out of it, but I just can't be asked. There's no reason to care. And this is just the problem with any Total War late game. There's no reason to bother with it. Like, for example, Syracuse has fuck tons of temples. Why? Fuck you, I don't care. I just built them to deal with the public order so I wouldn't have to deal with other shit and I could move my armies around. I have enough money to tax my entire empire at very high taxes, and I'm not paying for it. Everyone's super happy with me. No one gives a shit. At least my citizens don't. They're proud to support Sparta, I guess. I mean, you know, there's an argument to be made that I don't have to do that. I could get better income if I were trying, but I'm not. But I definitely get it. There are a lot of people that, like, they'd prefer to optimize the game a lot better, optimize their provinces, optimize their outputs. And there's an argument to be made for that. I could be fighting a war on 2 fronts, maybe, if I were to do that, but I think I've made a demonstration for why just using, essentially, a surgeon's scalpel or a hammer, they're different, but the strategy here is the same. I'm hitting one point really hard with all of my military might, and the enemy campaign AI just can't do anything about that. There's nothing they can do. They're not equipped to manage the player just going all out, going fucking crazy. Which is fine by me. Alright. End the turn. Get a sip of my coffee here. That's delicious. Coffee with moon milk sweetened with honey. Rome taking a really long turn there, probably thinking about how hard it's getting fucked. I understand. I understand, Rome. I understand. But no mercy. Unlimited power.
Will you not give our people a little gold? You have much, and our people do not wish to become the slaves of envy.
I mean, everyone that they hate, my allies also hate, so yeah, sure. Whatever. And don't die. Is that a Roman fleet there? I gotta look at that. They do still have a couple of active fleets, and Rome's fleets, as I've mentioned this episode, are dangerous. Like, I would not want to take their fleets on one-on-one. They would probably win. Man, I really miss Jeff Van Dyke's music. This guy's, I think his name is Richard Beddow. Like, isn't terrible. I think he got a lot better after this game. I don't know if he just leveled up like Goku, or if he, you know, was listening to criticism. But he started adding a lot more percussion and voices. And he got a lot better, but I don't know. Jeff Van Dyke really had some beats. Public audience. I think when they do that, a lot of the time they'll give everyone good news, and everyone will be like, "Yay, the peasants are happy." Yeah, that is fleet number 1, so that's probably going to be one of their more powerful fleets. Also, fleet number 7 is up here. Better admiral on it. Whatever. I'm a little more confident about our fleet now, considering how well we just did. But, most of the enemy fleet we just went against, they were... How do I put... They weren't really intended to be able to handle the stuff we were doing. They're boarding ships, and we were better at boarding. And the Romans will definitely be better at boarding than we will, for sure. Are we not taxing anyone? Oh, we're not taxing these. Doesn't make much of a difference. Carthage, on the other hand, no, still doesn't make much of a difference. I should really go through my provinces and make sure everyone's being taxed. Sorry, that was Facebook. I don't know why I'm being messaged. Leave me alone! Let me mute my phone. Boop. There we go. But let's try and get a little income here, I guess. That's 4,000. It's expensive. Give me some food. We need food so we can upgrade some settlements. That's honestly really one of the best ways to get more income, is just get better settlements. Main chain settlements. We could really afford to turn Syracuse into a more effective, like, breadbasket. Also, one of these fleets might be coming for Panormos or Akragas, and then we'd have a legitimate fight on our hands. But still, not concerned. But yeah, I might want to start thinking about investing some money or looting some settlements into getting more income. What's the garrison like at Iol? It's actually pretty big. Do I think you guys can handle it? I don't see why not. I might lose some stuff in the process, but that'll just mean I can turn this into a garrison force instead of another kind of force. Because this army might basically be done. This might be as far as it really travels, unless I want to take the fleet and move it up into Ibosim and Ars, into ass territory. You know how it is. You cannot move very fast. That's because you don't have the ranks for it. I spent them in governor stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, slowly make your way, I guess. Arius here, gonna kick the bucket any turn now. Whoa.
At ease, men.
At ease, men. You know, considering the movement problems, maybe I should give the army over to this guy. But he's not leveled either. Whatever. I really can't be arsed to mess with that stuff. See, even they're happy with being taxed. It's because some of these guys must have some happiness stuff. I think Arius does. But if I were to try to cycle in some income, what would I do? I really don't look at this stuff, but I'm willing to. I don't mind people backseating and like giving advice. That's not a problem for me. Unless I'm like playing a game blind. But most games I play blind, I just record before posting. So these are like regional bonuses and stuff. Tax potential, so it has an extra tax potential, has an extra livestock wealth, has extra wealth from trade buildings. And then like individual regions have extra trade potential and extra livestock potential still. So they could get more wealth from essentially livestock buildings, it seems like a double bonus there. 6% and then like a 14% something. And then we have a Sparta agricultural building increase in wealth. So what you're saying is I should take some of this shit and make it into like livestock shit. Probably. Maybe into just base agricultural stuff? No, like trade stuff and then grazing stuff. Of course, Thrace will slowly lose its happiness as I do this. Well, I could at least change this. This is commerce-based. So, let me look at Odessos. Trade potential, yep. Yeah, a lot of trade potential. So this would give me a 12% bonus here to both of these commerce things. Okay. Sure. Let's try to be big people, right? I don't know. The guy was telling me that Thrace, when you optimize it, can be like worth like 20,000 gold per turn. So, IDK. I'll mess with it. All right, we actually need to go take Tidaminse. I imagine Arius can handle it by himself. I'll send a spy to check, though. All right, let's do like one more turn. And we'll see where we stand after that. Fleets are a little concerning, but they can't hit the west coast at all. They can hit Genoa, but if they get within one turn of Genoa, he is within one turn of Genoa. That's irritating. That's really annoying. I don't like that. Stop. Whatever. If he takes it, I'll just raise another army and go take it. And I'll loot it, too, so that I can get more money off of it. I don't give a shit. What do these have? very minor trade potential. Actually, if I was looking at Pulpadeva, I don't think it had much of a trade. But no, it had 12%. No, that's Anthea. But the city itself has little trade potential. It mostly has grazing potential, livestock stuff. Okay. Look at me actually trying to do some optimization. I could see how if you tried to optimize this stuff from the beginning of the game that you might make a huge profit, and that could really help, but at the same time I can also see the value of just managing the important things. Base income, happiness, culture. And when you manage those three, that little triangle there, you have stable settlements, and from there then you worry about garrisons, you worry about unit recruitment, main chain settlements, and that's all you need to beat the game. Maybe you could beat it faster than me. But as y'all have noticed, I take my time. I'm not a min-max kind of player. That's not how I play my games. I don't really worry about getting the maximum benefit. I'm not a StarCraft actions per minute. You must have at least 70 actions per minute. Nah. I'm just having fun. But, I could see the argument. Maybe that stuff becomes way more important if you're playing on higher difficulties.
Our warriors thirst for your...
I don't know what their warriors thirst for, but I don't give a shit.
I have talked to a wise woman, and all speak of a treaty, and our elders secret.
Okay. Sounds good. They like everyone I like, and they hate everyone I hate, so... We throw the confetti. The ancient confetti. All of the confetti has a picture of Zeus on it. Whoosh. Yep. They were happy. I do think there's a chance that it can be an unhappy event and your whole populace will be like, fuck you forever, but... Oh yeah, I can't even get a livestock building in my main chain thing. I'd have to do this stuff? Which of these are even agriculture? This one is. 10% wealth from farming, agriculture. But that's not agriculture, it's livestock. Do any of these have livestock involved? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure none of these have anything to do with livestock. So does that mean Pulpadeva's 14% bonus to livestock is totally useless? That's sure what it looks like. Like warhorse pens would make sense. But this is also a boost from agriculture. And not livestock. And this is also agriculture. So that was worthless. Well, I can get food off of it. So let's do that. And beyond that, I don't know. I might just rebuild my industry stuff. Base food production. It's like a very tiny percentage from commerce. Like, that's not even worth my time. 1%. Oh, but it is a minus 12% from industry, so I want to build anything that's not in industry. And this has... I mean, the whole region has trade potential, though, so... If I can find something with trade potential... that boosts trade income, I guess. I don't think any of this has... Well, this has wealth commerce. It also increases squalor, and it's only 60 bucks. It increases tariff income. And it has its own 10% wealth from commerce. And this has 150 wealth from commerce. Okay, so I would want to stack 2 of these together. I'd want to stack some wine and then grain markets together. Or, no, yeah, because this has a boost and this has a boost, and basically they would play off, or at least the commerce here would be boosted by the wine trader. Really, this just seems like fucking around with pennies and nickels, but okay. Can I see the actual income from this? Yeah, I can. Okay, so we can take a look at what kind of income we get once I do all of this optimization. I might screenshot this and take a look later on once I've actually like revamped this whole settlement. I'm really scared of messing with this public order though. Once we do that, we're gonna be sad because I'll have to lower my taxes. But we might have the income just from murdering more Roman settlements. Especially if I do more income-focused stuff in these settlements. I'm doing some here. I didn't really check the stuff here. This could have... You know what? Industrial stuff is going to be a constant among everything for Sparta, because I think we have just a natural minus to industry. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure our people just don't like industry. Here, this is objectively good. But we do have bonuses from agriculture. And as I said, if I keep doing the agriculture stuff, I can at least upgrade my main chains. And that's something to think about at least. At the very least, I should have at least removed a lot of my temples once I had the proper cultures. That is an actual misplay. 19, huh? Yeah, they have a level 3 settlement. I don't want to waste you guys on it though. I'll send Nubbies. He can get some levels finally. Arius, I want him to proceed down his chosen path, as it were. That said, it's gonna take Akratatus so long to get down there that I might as well. But this is desert, I think, so I don't think we can pass that stuff. So yeah, we'll just have him wait over here. I'm not gonna put you in patrol stance though. I learned my lesson there. Turn after next, we have the Battle of Iol. Shouldn't be a huge deal. Fleets are still milling around here. That's fine. That's fine. Why don't you stop off in Carthage? Is there anything else I want to mess with? Not really. I should have thought about the minus production stuff we have in our... just as a... as a not very industrial faction before building industry buildings. I think usually when I build industrial buildings, it's just because I don't care and I just want some base income, and that's about it. There's nothing else. No extra thought going in there. Ah, yes. Now that we've started moving people out, they're not so happy with our rule. That's okay. There you go. Suck it up. Suck it up, he says, while giving them free taxes. Freedom from taxes. Yes. They're suffering so much. Well, this will give us food, and there's literally no reason to not upgrade that. Okay, so I'll have a look at like my commerce and all that sort of shit. Maybe I'll even look at some of my income and stuff. Rome, of course, is huge in income. Huge! And maybe if I ever do like another Divide et Impera campaign, or maybe like I'll go back to my Medui campaign at some point, because I do plan on at least expanding on that campaign. I'll actually pay a little more attention to the economic stuff and see how the game plays like that if I were to play the game like that. In the meantime though, folks, I will see you next time, and y'all have a good one. Later.